Hi Gemini, happy birthday. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jade with Yes, Yes, Yes. And we're gonna do another love spread for this month because I'm a Gemini, it's my birthday and I'm having fun here. So we're going to do a spread. The main spread is gonna be with the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, excuse me. But I wanna start with the Romance Angels here just to get an overall of a message for you, Geminis. How are you? I hope you're excited. It is finally birthday season here, and you are winning for the next, you are the winners for the next 4 weeks. So my birthday is early on, it's at the end of May, and I am excited for my special time. Ooh, okay. Pay attention to the red flags. You're getting some caution here, all right, Gemini? So, and this could be for those who are newly in relationship or are meeting people now and can't quite figure out if you want to commit. We're being cautioned to pay attention to red flags. And I know for a fact that it's very easy to talk oneself out of seeing a red flag because you really want to have this connection with this other person. You really want to get to that pure enjoyment place. You know what I'm talking about, but it's really important to pay attention to those red flags as they come up. Take note of them because ultimately that's going to be the thing that brings down the house, right? So if you keep track of them, you'll know exactly the realistic, exactly of what's going on, the realism of the whole story. That's what I'm trying to say. Yee-hee! All right. So now I'm going to use the Work Your Light deck. This deck is giving us an idea, the advice for, what we can do as an overall. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So Gemini, definitely not in your birthday season, but you might have been doing this up until this point where you are making yourself small in order to be accepted by others, in order to even be accepted in relationship. Do not dim your light, okay? And that might be the red flag, is that you might have met somebody who's not quite up to your speed yet. They might not be up to your spiritual speed, is what I mean, okay? And so what you're doing is making yourself feel smaller, or making yourself smaller. You may not feel it, but making yourself smaller so that you don't make them feel badly because of who you are and your brightness, okay? So just be aware. I don't know which Geminis I'm talking to, but just be aware. Okay, so here we are choosing which card to begin for this Lenormand spread. Let me say this now. If you are resonating with this reading at any time, just let me know. Hit that comment or hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel out so much. Leave me a comment. I love hearing your feedback. I've been really enjoying building a community here on YouTube, and I'm feeling like it's that one. And yeah, if you're interested in a personal read, my website, yesYesYes.life, is in the box below. That link is there, as well as all the information on the decks. So I'm gonna lay out all of the cards, and then I'm going to see where the heart card is. That's what I'm really looking for, is where this heart card lands. So at first I'm going to just lay them all out, and then I will be able to see, I forget how big this is, I'll be able to see how everything's kind of playing out. And I know you're not going to see all of it, but that's okay because we're going to move past it. But I'll tell you what I pulled out. The child, the star, the ring, the sun, the letter, the whip, the rider, and the bear. Now we have the stairs, the moon, there's the heart, the house, the snake, the ship, the cross, and the masculine. Okay, the book, the tower, or no, I'm sorry, the mountain, there's the feminine, the scythe, the fox, the clouds, the birds, and the bouquet. Now at this point, I don't need to go any further because I already have my layout that I've been looking for. And I do want to make sure that I know that I'm looking at the heart card being in the 11th house. Yes, okay. So what I am seeing, however, is that right along the same line of that heart is that masculine. So for the feminines out there, or those who identify with the feminine, we've got some work to do before the masculine can be met with, right? Before we get to the masculine. The truth is that the feminine is all in this, obviously, because she's in this 9-card spread. So the feminine is healing, going through some process, maybe considering. Well, I like that there's the ring is here as well. But considering, and I feel like this is all mental stuff, Gemini feminines. So the masculine is in the future, okay, is what I'm seeing. Now, if you're the Gemini masculine, we're talking about your feminine here. And then I also said that the heart card is in the 11th house. And let me think about that. The 11th house, I have a cheat sheet, so it helps me because there's a lot. That's the house of service. So we're talking about that this is the card of discipline and work and maintenance. So you're striving for and striving towards the good of the whole, okay? So to love, right? To be loved is it doesn't mean that it has to be hard work, but this is part of your process in this lifetime. For those who are resonating with this, is that love is, and relationship is part of your journey. It's part of you learning to get really good at it, okay? You're trying to be disciplined in getting really good at relationship. Now, we know that Geminis are looked at as being flighty and that type of thing. Now, as Geminis, we know we're not, right? We know that we have big hearts, that we love deeply. We just love a lot, and we love a lot of people, okay? Doesn't mean that we can't be monogamous. But what I'm feeling here is that this heart card is really challenging the Gemini here to sit with emotion, to feel through emotion. And that is what our challenge is. It's getting, feeling into those uncomfortable moments, sitting with that emotion rather than just flittering off and doing something else or distraction, okay? So don't be distraction bearer. Remember that we really have to sit into this emotion, okay? So let's talk about this spread. Up here, this is the mental, but because the feminine's here, I'm going to talk about all of this for the feminine being a mental, okay? You're thinking about this grand, beautiful, successful relationship. That's what you really hope for. That's what you really dream for. I feel like you've put a lot of energy into that with the star card being here. This is a lot of energy the warning with this is don't burn out, right? And you might have burned yourself out a bit, excuse me, in trying to manifest the perfect relationship, a relationship that's successful, well-known. This is like power couple stuff, right? So I'm feeling that for the Gemini, you've really wanted to be in this twin relationship, right? We're always looking for our twin. We're always wanting to ride, have our ride or die with that person who is going to change the world with us, right? That's what this big, huge lineup here is. It's beautiful, right? Now, this is the mental stuff. What's really going on with the heart of the issue here is that there's an emotional need for security. And that is all very much dependent upon I'm going to say for the feminine, you've got to find it in yourself. For the masculine, this may be that you're providing it, okay? But this is very much this line here with the moon. So this is the emotion. This is also a timer card, so it could be within the month. So you're working towards love and feeling the security of a home, right? Feeling like you can build a home in love. So this is the process. This is what's going on currently. And the way in which to bring all of this to fruition, okay? I'm going to bring back these last cards in a second too, because there's a lot of energy. You've got the sun card here, Gemini. You have, beautiful cards surrounding the sun. The only questionable cards are down here, this is the foundation, right? So we want to make sure that we're operating from a stronger foundation so that we can manifest all the stuff that we're dreaming of. So for the feminine right now, you're in this foundation where it feels challenging. It feels isolated, right? You might be doing things on your own, but you're really ready to move on from that. You're really ready. The scythe card is a card of movement, but it's also a card of like cutting Okay, so you can cut things down. And I'm feeling that right now there's a harshness with the feminine, okay? So for the masculines out there, your feminine's going through something. There's a harshness and an isolation period right now. And I feel like this is, you might be even reflecting on what you have been doing, which is dimming yourself, trying to fit in, trying to even shine your light in a healthy way. That could be also what's going on. If you have met somebody and you're in this place of trying to pay attention to the red flags, this could mean that you're pulling back, that you're isolating yourself, because you know that you want to have an emotionally secure love. You know that you're thinking of this in the larger term of being able to make great change in the world. You want to have this power couple relationship. So how do you manifest all this? Well, this is where the heart comes in. This is emotional security that you give yourself, okay? So for the feminine and the masculine, if you don't find that you can build your own foundation, okay? If you find that you don't, this is the not needing of anyone. You want it, you want to be in power couple, but you don't need it. So you can change the world, masculine and feminine. I'm not going to pull that out, but you can change the world. Your heart is there. Your desire is there to get along, to make the change. What, all the words that you can come up with. What is it that you truly want? I talk about this like your destiny, your life purpose, but this is about being on your path in life, whether it's making a great change in the world or even a small one, just by making sure that your children are taken care of and that they grow up healthy and strong. But this is making sure that you are stable, emotionally secure. I would suggest here looking into the conscious communication community. I know that's a lot of C's, but being able to speak consciously without argument, without the words being able to be used against you or taken in a defensive manner. So that's one way. I would also suggest being able to work with your past. So if you do past life regression, if you work with a therapist, there's something that needs to be unlocked so that you feel more secure, that you're able to give yourself this security. Now, we can also be talking about a physical home here. So perhaps if there are Geminis out there going through an actual move, and I saw that earlier this year, that you may be wanting to bring in your own home and build your own home. If you have that actual physical project, I think that all of this stuff is going to shift for you, and that the world is going to open up, and that masculine, if you're the feminine, is waiting for you on the same line. And if you're the masculine, working on this home is going to allow the feminine in your life to feel more secure. All right, Gemini, so don't ever, ever, ever dim your light, especially during birthday season, because you deserve all the light. You are the light right now, okay? Remember that. You're shining for the whole world. And do pay attention to any red flags that are out there. These are your own red flags as well, okay? So if you're throwing red flags yourself, be aware of that. What are the things that you need to fix in your life, in your heart, so that you can have the relationship that you dream of, so that you can have the secure emotional foundation that you need to get yourself out of isolation. I think you're really quick. You're really ready to do it, specifically for the feminine. Okay, Gemini, I'm sending you all my love. I'll see you guys next time.